2022 was a pretty good year for guns that came out, and we are very much in the golden age of handguns. I was fortunate enough to review about 20 guns this year, and this year very much was the year of the single action gun. So in no particular order, I'll share with you my favorite pistols that I shot in 2022. Welcome back to the Humble Marksman channel, the only gun channel here on YouTube dripping with that BDE. That's right, Big Dad energy. If you've ever said to a crying child, listen, you're hurt, but you're not injured, then go ahead and hit the like button. I'm David, and this is my list of my favorite guns that I shot in 2022. Now, it goes without saying that this list is not complete. I didn't shoot all the guns that came out in 2022, just a lot of them and the ones that I believe to be significant. And several of the guns on this list are gonna be a year or many years old, but still were things that I thought were pretty cool. And keep in mind, guys, this is considered a social media platform because you can jump in the comments and tell me just how wrong I am and what your favorite guns of the year of 2022. So sound off in the comments, let me know what your favorite gun you shot was. This is gonna end up being kind of an expensive list because I feel like at the lower price points, just the ball didn't get moved around very much. There wasn't much that went on at the lower price point guns, so there aren't very many plastic guns on this list. And don't get me wrong, I've got loads of plastic guns, I just didn't think that any of them were particularly noteworthy this year. So to make the list, I had to do something pretty magical to stand out. So in no particular order, here we go. So first and foremost is the Sig Sauer P365 XL Spectre comp. The P365 XL was one of my favorite carry guns, and then they introduced this new ported slide technology with the shorter barrel where the slide acts as a compensator, and on a gun with a very lightweight slide, this is some technology that in my opinion changes the game on how carry guns are made. The P365 XL Spectre comp was the first one to introduce this technology, which is why it makes the list. It was carried on with the X Macro that they released, and ultimately I ended up swapping out my carry gun for the Macro, but the Spectre comp will hold a place in my heart as being the first one to kind of introduce this new slide technology, so I think that is significant. So the Spectre comp is definitely worthy of a spot on the list in my eyes. Moving on, this is an old design. As I said, some of these guns are years old, and some of you guys will be like, I told you for forever this gun was amazing, but the Bull Armory 1911 GI or government model is a 5-inch 1911 that is built to a price point, and it is incredibly good for that price point. I include it because it's difficult to believe that for sub $800 you can get a gun that's this good. This is something that I would expect to pay, you know, north of $1,000 for, closer to $1,500 for, and I can enthusiastically recommend. It updated my view on what you should do if you want to buy your first 1911. Previously, it was going to be buy a Dan Wesson or build up a Springfield Armory if you can't afford a Dan Wesson. Now it's just you can build up a Bull Armory if you decide you want to mess with it, but it comes exceptionally good out of the box. Keeping the 1911 thread alive going forward is the Springfield Armory Prodigy. This came out this year and is very much a price point 2011, if I can say that without Staccato sending me a cease and desist letter. But the Prodigy brought the price point down for this platform of pistol to something that many people can afford. It's still an expensive gun at about $1,500 MSRP, but if you search around, you can find people who put them on sale for closer to $1,300. There are obviously going to be those people who detract from it, saying that some of them were bad out of the box, and fair enough. I've got both the 4-inch and the 5-inch versions of the gun, and they have both worked just fine for me with very, very few and explainable malfunctions that pretty much any 2011 would have. As somebody who likes single action guns, it's another option in the single action gun lineup. It puts tremendous downward pressure on the price point from all the other manufacturers. So I think it's really cool what Springfield Armory did, and I can't wait to see what they do with future offerings of this product. Now, moving from a one value 2011 to a higher price, but still I consider it a value 2011, is the Masterpiece Arms DS9 Hybrid. The Masterpiece Arms DS9 Hybrid brings a level of quality to the 2011 game that was previously only available for spending for, you know, $4,000 to $5,000 at a price tag of just $3,300. Unlike the Prodigy, the Masterpiece Arms uses all tool steel internals. It's made pretty much 100% here in America. They make most, if not all, of their own parts, excepting I think like the hammer and sear. I think those are outsourced, but they're making pretty much everything else on the gun. The guns are super soft to shoot, they're gorgeous, they are definitely dressed up in competition trim, so if you're looking for something that's a little bit more understated and better for kind of daily carry that doesn't look like a competition gun, well, they make competition guns. But even at the larger price point, it's making a level of quality reachable to a level you would have to pay significantly more for. So it's an exceptional gun. And the final gun on the list is a gun that's been out for a while, but was updated to be sort of a carry optics trim, and that is the Tanfoglio Stock II optics ready that I recently reviewed. The Tanfoglio is previously kind of a tweaker's brand. You had to kind of want to shoot a Tanfoglio and be willing to kind of do your own gunsmithing to get the gun to work how you wanted it to work. And Tanfoglio has been upping their quality year on year to the point now where the out-of-the-box offering is pretty much squared away. It's got one of the most ergonomic frames, and it's got a feature set that nobody else has bothered replicating, and it's hard chrome. So while it is an expensive gun as a competition gun at about just under $1,600, it still offers a heck of a value because the feature set that it offers at that price point is pretty much unrivaled as far as the nuances of having a bull barrel, having the hard chrome finish, and just being an amazingly easy gun to shoot. And the accuracy on the darn thing rivals that of the Gunsmith Fit 2011s that I shot this year. It is a truly awesome gun. So that's what I got for you guys. That's my list of what I enjoyed this year. Please sound off in the comments. Let me know what your favorite gun was this year. I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.